Yeah, so this is Doers on Friday. And for me, on this my YouTube channel, this is my, I think for me, this is the most interesting program I have. Talking to people that are doers, people we call doers. You know who those are? Those that have come, probably picked one or two things in the real estate field from us, maybe from the School of Estate or from Real Estate Point Limited, and they've gone to the field to actually implement these things. They've done them and they are seeing results. So I usually have the honor to have them on set and talk to them about what their experience has been like. And today, I have, what will I describe this guy? I have a fairy guy. He's fire. I think, yeah, he's just so driven. I mean, he's one guy that, so for me, my personality type, right? One of the things we struggle with is procrastination. And I envy people that don't have that problem, because I do everything in my mind and I postpone them such that I have to consciously make sure that they are done. You know what? We were in class one day and I asked this guy, do you have a procrastination problem? He said, no. The way he said it, I felt like, how can somebody be this good? He said, no. I said, when I have to do something, I get it done. Hey, God help me. I'm coming up in that regard. So I have with me a very fantastic guy, Michael Anunobi. I hope I got the surname right. Great. So this is Michael Anunobi on Doers on Friday. Michael, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's such a pleasure having you. It's such a pleasure having you. And people viewing would not know that. Okay, so our path crossed when? Just like a few months ago.
Early this year.
Early this year. So this is 2020, right? Yeah. For those that may be watching in the future. So 2020, and this is around December, and we first met, was that February? March. That was March
2020.
That was when you came for School of Estate. How did you even get to hear about School of Estate?
Okay, so when I decided to venture into real estate, I started searching for schools where I could go and improve myself, where I could learn and know more beyond what I was practicing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I Googled best schools in Lagos, in Nigeria, and School of Estate just came up.
Number one. Best schools in real estate in Nigeria, School of Estate for you. Oh, so that's how you just came to know about School of Estate online. You never heard about us or stuff like that. Interesting.
Never.
So you said something about you wanted to know more about what you were practicing. So you were already probably doing something along the line of real estate. What's your background like? Let's know Michael. Who was Michael in your past life before real estate?
Okay, Michael was this young guy who was a banker.
Still very young and fresh.
Banker. Okay. Started my career in the banking sector. I left in 2017. I went to join our family business, which is a school.
Okay.
So it was during the course of carrying out my responsibility in the school as a director that I ventured into real estate.
Oh, wow.
When we were trying to acquire a property for the school to build our secondary school.
Okay.
So that was when I came in contact with a developer at the time.
Okay.
So fast forward, long story short, I started organizing trainings, sales trainings for real estate sales people. And that's what I was doing then. I decided to go further.
That you needed more.
I needed more. That was when I started to research and I found School of Estate.
There's room for more, So if you're out there and you've been doing real estate, but you know within you that, hey, there's room for more. And to be more, you have to learn more. You have to know more. To earn more, somebody says you have to learn more. And School of Estate provided Michael that opportunity to learn. What about you? So that was your experience, and that's how you got to know about School of Estate. Now, you took the course. If I remember very well, I think you did more than just the basic. No, okay, this was your story. I remember that class. I think you came in for one particular specialization.
Just one specialization.
Okay, what specialization was that? Can you remember?
I think it was development.
It was development. So, Michael came in and said, look, we have those flagship course, if you know, real estate business course, and there are 3 specializations. So Michael came in and said, I want to do the development specialization. That's what he came in for. And I think right after the first class, you made up your mind that, look, I'm going to do more.
I'm going to do all the specializations.
I'm going to do all the specializations. So you ended up doing development that you came for originally. Then you did sales. And then you did investment. Wow, interesting. So what was I can almost figure that you were impressed in the first class. But you see, it's so easy to be impressed in the first class. But you now went through the program. Can you tell us what you think your experience was like? Having gone through School of Estate, that real estate business course.
Oh, well, I think it was a very interesting outing for me because it was like, wow. So what I've been looking for over a year, I've just been close by because School of Estate is actually close to my office.
Wow.
I was wondering, so it took me over a year to find out.
To look out for. That's what Yorubas call what you are looking for in Sokoto is in Sokoto. That is whatever you're looking for somewhere far off is right in your pocket, Okay.
And I think the experience was amazing, simply amazing. The first set of facilitators that came, I just had no reason than to say I needed to do all the specialization at once. Wow. The plan was so I think I learned a lot actually, because beyond the academic side, I think the business side, which is implied, you can learn if you take note of it, because I came to do just one specialization.
Okay.
I met Akin.
Okay.
Akin upsell, and I did all the specialization.
Okay.
Then of course I met MD. MD now upsold me again, and I now entered the entire 1-year program. So that's a business lesson.
He said I upsold. Well, okay, yeah. So you know what? The truth of the matter is that I just tell you as it is. Yeah. It's not about really selling. But if you have the drive and you know what it is you're looking out for, you know where value is. Okay, now let's even come there. So you did the 3. And then you've gone on to you are now in the academy, the Entrepreneurship Academy. That's a 1-year program, okay? And that's what he eventually ended up with, coming from just one specialization. Can you tell me, have you regretted it one bit? Of course, entrepreneurship costs a lot of money. Have you regretted it one bit?
I'm even looking for more programs that you would roll out for me to join. You promised to do
Slam. I'm sure
selling like a machine.
Let me tell you this on set. We have to collaborate to do Slam.
Okay.
My procrastination and the whole of all that I have to do is getting in the way. If I tell you, we started some pre-recording. Yeah. That's where we are still. Because a lot of things. So I just want you to settle with your venture that you're doing now. And I believe that should be a project for us next year. Let's do something on Slam. Because Slam is going to just blow people away.
I'm waiting for Slam. I've been privileged to see the background of Slam. The framework for Slam. And I think it's going to be a sellout.
It's just going to be. It's just
every realtor.
I'm totally convinced about that. I'm pouring all into it. And there are a lot of people, even in the class, we had some fantastic contribution for guys like you and some other guys. And I'm sure I'm going to incorporate a lot of the entrepreneurial people in the academy to really come up with Slam. And then, of course, they will be the first beneficiary. So watch out for Slam. Selling like a machine. Yeah, that's it. Watch out for that. Now, so this is what I tell people. You came, you saw, you conquered, you were conquered. So you were not conquered, you conquered. Because eventually, yes, you've spent a lot of money, as it were, but you can see that I'm sure you've made much more in savings and also probably in reality, money going into your account from what you paid. Yeah. So we just concluded the session. Today, you were there as a case study facilitator. One of the participants, just last week, he was telling me that he wouldn't be able to come in time for one of the courses because he needed to close a deal. When he came in, he was a fresher. The guy just finished NYSC. Believe you me, he's closing a deal. He's on the way to closing a deal. He didn't tell me the amount that he's hoping to make, but I confirmed that it will pay his fee multiple times over, and he said yes. I'm just waiting for him to actually finish that deal. Yeah. And of course, I will have him on Doers on Friday because we like to hear those stories so that people can know that, look, training pays. Yeah. And when you do it with the right people, you get the proper knowledge, you get plugged in. Now, beyond the things that you learned, what were the other values that you got from School of Estate? Because one of the reasons why you are here is that you've gone after School of Estate to execute. We talk to executors here. So what were the other things that you picked up that probably enabled you to take action?
Okay, so I think what enabled me to take action, there are so many actually, several. But number one is the fact that you have a backbone.
You have a base.
You have a base.
You create a base for yourself now.
Yeah, which is very, very important for new entrants to any industry whatsoever. What we usually call mentors and whatever. Again, you have access to resource. School of Estates have it's a resource base. Anything you need in the industry, whichever value chain you are playing, wherever on the value chain you are playing, I mean, you can fall back to School of Estate, make inquiries, ask questions, get clarification, especially in an industry like real estate in Lagos, Nigeria, that is very complicated. Very, very complicated.
You know something you said today while facilitating your case study actually, struck home with me. As to say that, look, you see, so in the Southwest, for example, or a place like Lagos, that real estate is like what oil business is like in the South. That you were asking the participant that have they spoken or do they know people that are in oil business in South? That how deadly, how difficult, how complicated, how complex it is there is exactly how real estate business is. And that just struck me that, yeah, that's true. I mean, that analysis is very, very true. It's very, very true.
It's as complicated as doing oil business in the South. Very complicated. Very, very complicated.
And you should not jump into that kind of jungle blindfolded.
No, you shouldn't. I can't advise.
It's a suicide mission.
It can be.
So, guy, if you're out there doing real estate business, because I see people, Michael, and just talking to them 1 or 2 minutes, you know that, wow, this guy is an accident waiting to happen in this industry. And the guy is playing in the industry. And some of them are even appearing. That's what I'm saying. He's playing already. Yeah. So he has people that have dropped money to do business with this person. And just speaking with the person, you know that, wow, so many gaps.
Yeah.
And the guy, sometimes they are even they don't know. They're oblivious of the fact that I still have a long way to go. Some of them are sincere, come like Nicodemus in the cover of the night and say, Oga, forget this thing, I have to learn. I see people who do that. But that is even better than not even knowing you don't know. Wow. So you said School of Estate gave you the support you needed.
The support I needed.
The base you needed, the fallback position you needed.
Yeah, to make clarification. And it made it starting very cost effective, which is very important for a startup. Very, very cost effective. Because most times, before you get it right, you probably have passed through 1 or 2 transactions that failed. But this is not the case now. Because with School of Estate, your chances of getting it right at first is key.
All the way you were taken through. All the way.
I had access to MD, not every other facilitator. That's a different ballgame. When you have access to MD, morning, afternoon, night. No,
please don't have access to me like Michael. Like Michael tries to have access to me. No, Michael is. I told you that this guy is fiery. As in his fire. Michael is driven, man. Michael is driven. I just wish I can be driven that way and still be at his age, man. I will be doing some dangerous things.
So I have something else again that made a lot of sense in School of Estate, which I think is priceless for we students and alumni, which is the fact that School of Estates are not just teaching. It's not an academic work.
At all.
They have estates. So they're in real estate. Like I said, when I was moving around the site, I went to your Roseberry site. And I was like, this is the standard. That's enough lesson. That's beyond in the class,
you are teaching
what you were taught in class. You didn't follow me to site. I went on my own and we passed through your site and I compared your site.
Whatever you were seeing
with what you were seeing with other developers around you, and I was like, no, now I know this is the standard. And that already formed an impression. It guides me in our strategy, in our model, in our values. As a business, as we're talking to customers, we have our picture already of what we want to do.
What you want to do. That's interesting. Thank you very much for bringing that up. You know that I tell people that, you see, for School of Estates, one of the reasons why it was founded is to match theory with practical. And so we do what we teach what we do. That's it about School of Estate. So that's why it's business. You know, real estate business course.
Yeah.
In fact, School of Estate itself is transforming into School of Estate and Business. Because it's all about business, you know. So it's practical. And we have amazing facilitators, by the way. Amazing facilitators. People that are ready to, you know, to go all the way with you we are just interested in your success, as it were. It will shock you to know that it's not like it is high paying like that.
Yeah.
But for them, they are just passionate about
developing
people and contributing. And of course, business will come that way. You can't take that for granted. Business will, once you are willing to support people, business will show up. So thank you for bringing that up. Interesting. So you've gone on to, you are a developer now, Michael. I mean, this guy is dreaming. I met him in March, like he said. He wasn't a developer. Right in the class, before the program ended, COVID even happened.
Yeah, COVID happened.
I mean, now you said COVID happened. We were locked down in Nigeria, for example, for like, was it 2 months? Yeah, 2 months. And then we resumed quickly and finished up the class around June, right? And between June and December, that's like 6-7 months. 6 months, really.
6 months.
Michael is a developer now. He has a registered company. He has a site. That is, he has a project. He's already, he has an office. He moved now. To tell you how driven this guy is. When I think you used to stay on the island before, from what you said.
Yes.
You used to stay on the island
when I was
before.
working in the bank.
When you were working in the bank, he's a former banker. I don't know why former bankers are just, I don't know why we like business like this. Okay. So he moved when he joined the family business and is director in the school. He had to move to the mainland, right?
Yeah.
When Michael realized that his first project probably would start off on the island, guess what? The guy, have you moved to the island now? It's just your office.
No, I've moved to the island.
The guy moved. The first time I heard that, he said his office is on the island.
How will you? This morning.
Can you imagine? I said, how will you cope? Your office is on the island, and then you are coming from the mainland. I know mine is the other way, and it's not against traffic. But for yours, if it were, he said, I'm going to move. He said, I'm going to move to the island. And now he's moved. So his office is on the island. He's moved his own back. This guy is, I would watch out for this guy. Sincerely, watch out for him. Watch out for him. I'm sure that he's destined to do, he's committed to making records and breaking records in this industry. And we are happy to be identified with you and to be part of your story. We are so happy. What would you say to somebody watching this and trying to still decide, School of Estate, should I be there, should I not be there, and things like that? By the way, specializations that we teach, they are just the major value chain within the real estate industry. The broad definition is you have services. Under services right now, we take trainings on sales, okay? Then you have development and you have investment. We cover those 3 specializations. What would you say to somebody that is still thinking, I'm interested in real estate, or real estate is something that what would you say about School of Estate?
Wow. I would say, I wish I found out School of Estate earlier. Trust me, I wasted 1 full year looking for a school to go. If you are here watching and you have interest in real estate, you are trying to take a decision on which school would I go, how would I learn more, should I go, is School of Estate worth it? Trust me, it is. I can tell you categorically speaking that School of Estate is worth every penny. Every penny. And the fare keeps going up because of the demand. So the earlier you come and make inquiries and register, trust me, you cannot regret it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much for that. Now, it's not just that the fare is going up because of the demand. The truth, like I told you, is that right now we are undervalued.
Sure.
That's the truth. We are undercharging.
Sure.
That's the truth. I mean, I don't know if that is your own experience. Can you compare? Because a lot of people, don't let me even say, can you compare what you paid versus what you got? Match them.
No comparison. In fact, if it's more, with the benefit of hindsight, I will still pay. I mean, I like I said, I searched online. I saw other schools, which I probably don't want to mention names, but I saw other schools. I saw what they are offering, just one course. was almost what we paid
For your
for
three.
the three modules. Yeah, so if the it's totally undervalued, totally undercharged, I can guarantee you that you'll be making a queue to come to School of Estate, pay whatever you pay, and come out with the value that the facilitators give. Forget it.
You know, I was talking to a friend yesterday. He made some money in the capital market this year. And so people are crying about COVID. There are a lot of people that are smiling to the bank
Sure.
in December. So he said, Debo, what I did was I took position in March. I left the capital market a long time ago. When that crash happened, I just ran away. He also did though, but he's always been a capital market guy and he moved into real estate. And this guy, I was accusing yesterday that you are not a good friend though. Because I remember when you were moving from the capital market to real estate, we gave you all the support we could. You identified something in March and you didn't even reach out to your boy and say, hey, he now say, sorry, he actually didn't come to his mind. He thought he did because he actually dropped information in some group. And I understand that. He said, look, he looked at it in March, panic. You know, you remember what Warren Buffett said?
Yeah.
When people are greedy, be cautious. When they are cautious, be greedy. So people started panicking and selling, panic selling, and prices were just dropping. And he told himself, he looked at the valuation of those companies, and they were like totally undervalued. And he said, this is the time to move. He said he moved in heavily. The guy said he moved in heavily, of course. He sold now, I mean, and he's done well. Yeah. He's done well in that. I mean, he said there is nobody that knows what he's doing that got into the capital market in March that didn't make money in Nigeria. That I should forget that. Like, a lot of people made money. So undervalued. Yeah. The truth of the matter is that it's no longer going to even be the prices we used to. We had the last batch for this year. Just today, he facilitated in the case study, which is like the wrap-up session for the graduation. So from next year, it's going to move up a bit, just a bit still, because really, with School of Estate, we try to pour ourselves out. That's the truth. And so it's not about the money. There is really no money that can equate. Yeah. I mean, I remember when you were trying to do your project and then I had to give you a material that we had not even launched. Yeah. I had to give you a material to watch and to help you out with whatever you were. Yeah. And I was asking you that, okay, Michael, if we package this thing properly, how much will you, now you've gone through it, how did you, it's like fantastic, it helped you and all of that. Okay, so how much will you pay? I told you about the price you mentioned that, wow. Yes. Are you sure? I was asking, are you sure people will pay? I said, people will pay more than that for this thing. So for me, sometimes I teach sales, but maybe I need to just believe. I need to be more believing and be able to really, pricing strategy again. Yeah. Be able to really cream the market and make some money. But then, there is no amount of money you pay for it. So that is going to equate the value. What I would encourage you to do is to contact the numbers. We'll drop our numbers and a contact for School of Estate in the pin below or right on this video. Please contact and reach out. Make sure you are a part of the next batch. We usually have about four sessions in a year for our flagship, and we are introducing some other programs and also online version next year. A lot is happening. A lot is in store for next year. So, Michael, it's been really, really great fun having you.
Thank you very
During
much.
the course of his program, I also got to know his wife, beautiful Uche. How is she?
She's fine.
Oh, great lady. She collaborated in helping us with certain things that we are doing. Fantastically. This. Okay, so I know a couple that call themselves a real estate power couple, fantastic couple. This is another, I'm not sure Uche is really into real estate. You are just on your own doing this together. I mean, making this money. Okay, so, but they are good guys. So my regards to Uche. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for honoring us with your presence, also to facilitate the case study. Viewers at home, watch out for this guy. Tell them your company's name and your project. I mean, yes, let's go patronizing. Okay. He has a project right now in the Bejuleki axis. Yeah. Tell them a bit about that.
So our project is at the Bejuleki axis.
Okay.
Just after Press Oil, opposite Press Oil. We call that place Foley Bus Stop. Before you get to Eleko Junction, it's less than 1 minute off the road.
Great.
It's 4 hectares. 4 hectares is about 60 plots of land.
Okay.
And we're doing the perimeter fencing, gatehouse, road network. Right now, work is going on site already. Great. What's the name of the company? ArcVantage Homes and Investment.
ArcVantage
Homes and Investment.
So, can see it on the screen. ArcVantage Homes and
ArcVantage
Investment.
Homes and
Maybe you drop your
Investments.
email also, so
Yeah.
that we'll drop your email on the screen and also. Please reach out to them if you are looking to buy in real estate and stuff like that. These are products of School of Estate. We've poured ourselves out into them. We want to believe that they will uphold the standards and do you well the rest of their life. We are building a legacy. For us in School of Estate and those that participate in our programs, our businesses are not a flash in the pan. No, they are supposed to exist even when we are gone. So structures, integrity matters to us. Delivering on our promises matters to us a lot. So you want to patronize ArcVantage Homes. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
It's still COVID or no COVID, but then we are good. We are good. So thank you till I come your way with another Doers on Friday episode. I remain yours sincerely, Debo Adejano, in the business of helping you
Sack your landlord.
Thank you.